Welcome back to the Goa series. In today's adventure pack day 3, we leave the coast behind and head inland for a refreshing change of scenery. From the thunderous beauty of Dudhsagar Waterfalls to the fragrant trails of a spice plantation farm, and finally a serene visit to the Father Agnel Monastery in Pilar. Today's journey is all about Goa's natural beauty, cultural richness, and spiritual depth. Strap in because this day is full of raw nature, hidden heritage, and soothing soul stories. From Collem Village, we hopped into a government approved forest jeep, the only way to access the falls during most of the year. The ride itself is about 45 minutes one way, and let me tell you, it's a bumpy, thrilling off road experience, crossing rocky paths, muddy streams, and jungle trails. You will be holding on to your seat, but the lush views and forest canopy make it feel like a true jungle safari. The total cost is 849 per person, including jeep ride, life jacket, forest entry, and other local fees. You will pay 849 in cash at the site visit. The tour runs from 8 am to 3 pm, and all visitors must report to the DTOA office at Collem before 1 pm. Each jeep fits 7 people, and life jackets are mandatory. This can be rented in advance. You will need to show your ID such as Aadhaar card at the DTOA office. For full booking details, rules and links, check out the video description below. After the jeep drops you off, there's a short but scenic 20 minutes track through the forest. The trail is fairly easy, but watch your steps, especially during or after the monsoon when it's slippery. The jungle is alive with the sounds of birds, rustling leaves, and the occasional call of monkeys. You will pass cashew trees, jackfruit plants, and a variety of ferns and wildflowers. And speaking of monkeys, yes, they are everywhere. They are mischievous but mostly friendly. Just don't feed them or flash snacks in front of them. They are trained thieves. There are multiple clean changing rooms available both at the parking area and along the trail, making it easy to freshen up and change your swimwear after a refreshing dip in the falls. Hidden in the dense western Ghats and surrounded by lush forests, the majestic Dudhsagar Falls, literally meaning sea of milk, is one of India's tallest waterfalls, cascading over 300 meters. This iconic four-tiered waterfall stands over 310 meters tall, taller than Qutub Minar and even Niagara Falls in some spots, and is nestled in the heart of the Bhagwan Mahavir Wildlife Sanctuary. Once you arrive, the view takes your breath away. A towering white cascade plunging into a crystal clear pool surrounded by giant boulders. You are allowed to swim in the natural pool, and the life jackets are mandatory, provided either with your jeep ride or at the base. The water is refreshingly cold, especially in the morning. It's also a great place to relax, soak your feet, or just lie back and take in the raw power of the nature. Once you reach the base of Dudhsagar Falls, you get exactly 1 hour to enjoy the area before you must head back to your jeep. This is strictly enforced by the Forest Department to manage crowds and protect the natural environment. So, whether you are swimming, filming, clicking photos, or just relaxing, make the most of your time. Trust me, 1 hour flies by fast when you are in a place this magical. And just as we were soaking in the view, we got super lucky. We saw a train crossing the old bridge that runs right over the falls. This railway bridge is part of the Southwestern Railway line that connects Goa to Karnataka. Watching the train glide across with the waterfall in the background feels straight out of a movie. This is the same bridge made famous by Shah Rukh Khan's Chennai Express movie. Some things to take care of while visiting Dudhsagar Waterfalls. First, arrive early morning for fewer crowds and better lighting for photos. Second, the Jeep gate usually closes by 2:30 to 3 pm and return is mandatory by 5 pm. Third, carry water, wear good shoes, and protect electronics with waterproof covers. There's mist everywhere. And most importantly, don't litter. This forest is protected, and what you carry in, you must carry out. Next, we headed to a traditional spice plantation farm nestled in Goa's hinterlands. Here, you are guided through fragrant lanes filled with pepper, cardamom, nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves, and even rare herbs. You will learn how the spices are cultivated, harvested, and used in Ayurvedic medicine and cooking. It's a relaxing and aromatic experience that helps you appreciate how much of Goa's culture is rooted in nature and sustainability. Oh, and And don't miss the local welcome drink and the Goan style lunch, a flavorful treat served. We will be releasing a detailed video dedicated entirely to this spice plantation tour, including fun facts, spice trivia, and full meal coverage. So make sure you are subscribed and stay tuned. Our final stop is the peaceful and often overlooked Father Agnel Monastery in Pilar, a place of prayer, learning, and legacy. The monastery is named after Venerable Father Agnello de Souza. Visitors often speak of a deep sense of peace here, surrounded by lush hills and panoramic views of the Mandovi River. His remains lie here at the monastery, which has since become a place of pilgrimage and reflection. A beloved Goan priest born in 1869 in Anjuna, Goa. Known for his humility, deep spirituality, and dedication to the poor and sick, Father Agnel lived a life of service and compassion. He joined the Society of the Missionaries of St. Francis Xavier and served tirelessly as a preacher and confessor. Whether you are religious or not, the energy here is calm, grounded, and moving. After soaking in the peace and views at the Father Agnel Monastery in Pilar, we stepped inside the Father Agnel Museum, a hidden gem that beautifully preserves the life and legacy of one of Goa's most beloved sons. Inside, you will find a rich collection of personal belongings, handwritten letters, photographs, and artifacts that chronicle Father Agnel's journey. One of the most touching exhibits is his handwritten sermon notes, a window into his heart and message. Each page reflects his deep spiritual wisdom and his ability to connect with people across generations. The museum also features a glimpse into the social reforms he championed and the schools and institutions he founded across India. It's not just a tribute, it's a deeply inspiring walk through history. For anyone curious about Goan heritage or looking to understand the soul of this region beyond beaches and parties, this museum is an absolute must visit. On display, you will see the original robe he wore, simple, faded, and full of history. There are also rare photographs, letters, and even the altar where he often prayed. The museum captures not just his personal story but the faith, simplicity, and sacrifice he lived by. You are greeted by a curated collection of personal belongings that once belonged to Father Agnel. Nearby, you will find his chalice or rosary bits worn down from years of prayer. Standing atop a quiet hillock in the village of Pilar is the Church of Our Lady of Pilar, one of Goa's lesser known yet spiritually rich treasures. Dedicated to the Virgin Mary under the title of Our Lady of Pilar, this church takes its name from a famous Marian shrine in Zaragoza, Spain, a reflection of God's deep rooted Portuguese influence. The devotion to Our Lady of Pilar is associated with protection, miracles, and missionary zeal, and she is considered a guiding star for many faithful across the globe. As we walked through the serene grounds of the Pilar Monastery, we came across a beautiful small chapel, unlike anything we had ever seen before. What makes it truly unique is its blue and white tile work, also known as azulejo, a style with Portuguese roots. These tiles aren't just decorative, they tell stories. Lining the walls are stunning ceramic panels that depict key moments from the Bible, from the Annunciation and Last Supper to the crucifixion and resurrection. Each image is detailed, almost like a painting, inviting you to pause, reflect, and absorb the scenes in silence. The setting is peaceful, shaded by trees, and you can even hear birds chirping in the background. It feels like a quiet sanctuary for contemplation, blending art, history, and faith beautifully. This hidden gem is often missed by tourists, but for those who find it, it's unforgettable. The Pilar Church, as it's locally called, was originally built in the early 1600s but was later rebuilt and restored after suffering destruction. Today, it stands peacefully with its white facade glowing under the Goan sun, offering panoramic views of the Mandovi River and the surrounding countryside. It's also the spiritual home of the Society of Pilar, a missionary congregation founded in Goa that continues Father Agnel's legacy of education, service, and outreach. The monastery also runs educational institutions and charity works across Goa, continuing Father Agnel's mission of love, learning, and faith. And that's a wrap on day 3 in Goa. From the thundering falls of Dudhsagar to the earthly charms of the spice trails, and finally the soul soothing calm of Father Agnel's Monastery. Today showed us Goa beyond its beaches. But there's more. In our next video, we dive deep into the world of spices, a dedicated tour of the Sahakari Spice Farm. We will take you behind the scenes to explore how spices like cardamom, nutmeg, cinnamon, pepper, and cloves are cultivated, processed, and used in Goan traditions. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to join us in the aromatic heart of Goa's spice paradise.